The world's eyes are on Italy, but the spotlight has shifted from sport to security. Just hours before the Winter Olympics opening ceremony, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni met U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance in Milan, projecting unity and calm as controversy swirled outside. Meloni played down growing anger over the presence of U.S. immigration and customs enforcement-linked personnel at the Games, calling the backlash surreal. She insisted the ICE-linked unit would not and could not carry out immigration enforcement or police operations on Italian soil, stressing it was an investigative branch that has cooperated with Italy for years. Her message was clear. There is no invasion of sovereignty, no foreign policing, no reason for panic. But on the streets of Milan, that reassurance rang hollow. Across the city, hundreds of protesters, students, families, activists took to the streets, chanting, blowing whistles, and unfurling banners that read, "We don't want ICE in our city." Demonstrators say the agency's record under the Trump administration makes its presence unacceptable, even in an advisory role, accusing it of repression, deportations, and silencing dissent. Pink smoke drifted through city squares as protesters marched, linking ICE's role in the U.S. to wider fears of shrinking freedoms in Europe. One student protester said it bluntly, "They don't like protests, so we protest."
No, we're certainly not worried that ICE in Milan will start shooting. We're here to protest the symbolic fact, its presence here, even though it's the investigative branch and not the operational one. Anyway, it's part of the same branch that in America has been responsible for horrible crimes and then promotes racist, anti-immigration, security-focused policies, which our government is increasingly supporting.
Because I don't like that they're sending ICE, which is pretty much a terrorist organization, to Europe. And I truly believe it's just for the optics for their propaganda, because they have absolutely no valid reason to be here. They are simply not the appropriate department for this kind of mission.
The presence of ICE agents in our city, along with Marco Rubio and Vice President J.D. Vance. For us, this entire situation is completely unacceptable, meaning the presence of what are effectively United States SS, which is a federal agency operating under the direct control of the president, with the explicit purpose of deporting and arresting individuals who, in recent days, and specifically since the beginning of this year, have killed no fewer than 8 confirmed individuals.
Last Friday, I received an email from the rector stating that the university's main campus would be completely closed and all the exams would be relocated to a different venue or on alternative dates without any further specific details. Well, this was because it was necessary to hold this parade of the world's great leaders while closing schools and universities instead. When we occupy our university campuses, occupy our schools to protest, they tell us we are denying the right to education, but apparently the powerful of the world can do whatever they want with our right to education.
No, today we are here right in the square against the presence of ICE and of Rubio and Vance, that is, of those who are complicit in the genocide in Palestine, and of the anti-immigration police who are committing every sort of abusive violence in the United States, which are the very embodiment and the plastic representation of the Olympic Games, meaning an event that is uniquely and solely intended to catapult the nation of Italy right into the center of global geopolitical relations and those of Europe and the United States, but which will consistently and inevitably bring nothing but environmental devastation, massive real estate speculation, and widespread gentrification to the city of Milan.
The unrest comes as Italy ramps up security to unprecedented levels. Nearly 6,000 security personnel are now deployed across Olympic sites, backed by snipers, counter-terror units, cyber defense teams, and foreign security agencies. Meloni's government has also rushed through a new security decree, allowing police to detain suspected agitators for up to 12 hours, a move critics warn could muzzle peaceful protest under the cover of Olympic security. Opposition lawmakers accuse the government of exploiting fear turning the Games into a testing ground for tighter state control. Meloni argues the measures are necessary, pointing to recent violent clashes and cyber attacks, and insists Italy must be ready for every threat. But as world leaders gather inside guarded venues, the divide outside is growing sharper. For Meloni, it's a balancing act between alliance and autonomy, security and dissent. And as the Olympic flame is lit, Italy faces a question that goes far beyond sport. Can a celebration of unity survive when security itself becomes the protest?
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That has often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore. If you individually take out data.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.